What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Coach Nostra, back at you guys with another sneaker review, unboxing, and that on feet, guys. Let's get into another one. Alright guys, another one of these Kyrie 6 boxes. The Nike Kyrie 6 AS, which of course stands for All-Star. The colorway is multicolor / metallic gold. Let's pull these out the box and check out this colorway. There they are, the Nike Kyrie 6 All-Star, or it has been dubbed the Trophies colorway. These are dope in my opinion. Another fairly simple colorway in terms of the color blocking and the pattern and stuff like that. However, the color combinations, the colors used, the detailing on this shoe, I think they really nailed it. I think this colorway is tough. I definitely was looking forward to these. Possibly my favorite drop of this year's All-Star pack, maybe just behind the PG4 Gatorade colorway. Those, it's just a crazy color combination. They're tough. I really dig that colorway for sure. These, however, a pretty cool story behind these. While Kyrie himself will not be making the trip to Chicago in the All-Star game this year, this particular shoe is going to be a tribute to, of course, Chicago's most revered, best known player, Michael Jordan himself. The colorway itself makes a lot of nods to Michael Jordan and different things from some of his championships. One really in particular, the most notable nods, of course, to Michael Jordan are going to be on the medial side of the shoe, on that inner portion of the strap. On one shoe, on the left shoe, you're going to see the number 45, while on that right shoe, you're going to see the number 23. Right in between the laces on this right shoe, you're going to see the date of 6/16/96, which was the date that Michael Jordan won his fourth championship, his first championship since he returned to the game of basketball after his first retirement, and also his first championship after losing his dad. That date, of course, was Father's Day that year. So after Jordan won that championship, really the most lasting images from that championship were not of something that Jordan did on court, but actually what Jordan did off the court as he was lying in the locker room crying on that carpet, which they actually made a nod to the carpet on the inner sock liner of the shoe. Pretty cool, the subtle details and some of the research and stuff, how they kind of put that together and some of the nods, and it works. The color blocking on this shoe and the actual sock liner, they make sense. They go together very well. It's not something that's just kind of haphazardly thrown on there. It's something that organically fits the rest of the color blocking of the shoe. So if you go back and look at some of those images, there's one really iconic image of Jordan lying face down. He's sort of got his legs spread in that telltale Jumpman position, but he's crying. I want to say he has the championship hat on and maybe even the trophy there, but he's crying because he had lost his father in such a dramatic fashion a few years earlier, right around the time that he actually retired from the game of basketball. His father, of course, was murdered, and they were always so close. If you watched any of the first 3 championships, Jordan's father was always present and was definitely talked about throughout the broadcast and stuff like that. So definitely played a huge role in Michael Jordan's life, and it was just really a tragic thing to see. A small note personally for me, I grew up right outside of Raleigh in sort of a small town, not like a podunk town or anything like that, but a small town, especially compared to, you know, Raleigh right next door, or Charlotte in North Carolina, or, you know, other big cities like Atlanta, or moving on up New York and stuff like that. The place that I grew up, Cary, North Carolina, is definitely a fairly small town. It kind of gets a bad rap around here as just being sort of a snobby town because a lot of people around here actually have money. So I was fortunate to grow up in a town like that. My parents definitely weren't loaded with money or anything like that. And my older sister, who is about 7 years older than me, went to a middle school where almost at the exact same time that Michael Jordan's dad disappeared and then they eventually found him murdered, the same thing happened to her middle school principal. It was such a crazy parallel for me because I remember, you know, just watching Michael Jordan playing basketball on TV, on WGN, and literally I was going out there in my backyard and passing the ball around from myself. You know, I'd be pretending to play multiple positions, pretending I was Scottie Pippen passing to Michael Jordan and stuff like that. And, you know, I'd be shooting up multiple shots. He shoots the three! I'd miss that one, right? Get the rebound. He shoots the three! I'd shoot it 4 or 5 times before I finally hit that shot. but those never mattered. I never counted those first 4, you know what I mean? That's always how it worked. But I just remember it was such a crazy parallel because literally my older sister's middle school principal went missing, and then they eventually found him murdered, I want to say in the woods. And it was just such a similar weird parallel, and almost at the identical time that everything happened to Michael Jordan's dad. So it's something that in my lifetime I will never forget. Just like sort of the mystery around it all. Just really weird how that worked out. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much with that personal story. But honestly guys, I think because of everything that I just said, I can't help but associate these shoes with that whole scenario, that whole situation. So it's something that I think every time I pull these shoes out, that's gonna kind of remind me a little bit of that, which is just weird. But still guys, I love this colorway. It's not something that's gonna make me not like these colorway. This to me really kind of harkens back to some of the really dope colorways of the Kyrie 2s. I don't know if it's because they went with such a similar color blocking to the actual laces themselves, where you've actually got, for probably the first time since I want to say maybe some of the Kyrie 2s, you've got this solid black lace that actually has these little hits of gold throughout the lacing that really pop, really make it for something different, something pretty special. Of course, the color blocking to the shoe is essentially all red, an all red upper, a red strap, a red tongue. That back portion of the heel sort of has this almost faux kind of patent leather. You've got those gold Nike swooshes, which of course anytime you have red or white and black and gold, to me it just really screams championship colorway. You've got that red hit back there on that rubberized heel counter, a little hit of gold down here on the midsole, and then you've got this really dope gradient transition on the outsole where you've got this clear outsole, but then underneath the outsole you got a hit of red that transitions to that sort of hit of icy clear blue, and then all those sort of flakes or speckles of gold throughout that outsole, throughout that midsole. Again, really just scream championship in my opinion. As we touched on the date on the right shoe, the date on the left shoe is going to be the actual date that Kyrie won his championship, which guys just happened to be 20 years and 3 days later. Not a humongous coincidence when you consider the fact that the NBA season has been the same length of time for a long time now, guys. But just a pretty dope correlation that they threw on there. Almost 20 years to the day when Kyrie won his championship. Guys, what do you think of this colorway? Was this your favorite All-Star colorway? Did you pick something else up? They got a lot of my money this All-Star weekend. Probably my favorite All-Star weekend drop in quite some time. Fam, let's check them out on feet. Thank you guys for your support. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe. Any questions down below, I'll try to hit you guys back as soon as possible. Much love, fam. Peace.